For example, the font or the glossary we demand. And then we choose the deadline. And the language, for example, English to Thai language. Or Thai language to Japanese. And we choose the translator's background because we believe the related background will translate the works better. So we choose localization. Normally, our default setting is one task have at least 2 characters. So it means this task will have at least 1 translator and a validator to accept it. And we post it. In the first beginning, people who request the translation will deposit 30% of the bounty. The timing depends on the chain. So we can accept in translation zone and also the validation zone. Normally, one task only have 1 characters. This is just the test, so I show you the 3 characters in one account. And after both characters accepted the project, and the translator can submit their files. We can check the processing is translating, so other people can't do anything except the translator. Okay, let me be quick because of the time. So after the validator accept the translation, the translator will get the initial pledge, which the 30% of the deposit. And submit. Now, the translator already have the 30% of the deposit. So how about the left 70%? The left will depends on the buyer's decision. Once the buyer accepts the validator's translation, the left 70% will transfer to the translator and the validator automatically. So let's back to the presentation. Ash, could you switch to the PowerPoint? Next slide, please. Okay, let's see how large the language service marketplace. It is expected to 84.9 billion by 2026. The CAGR is 7%. Okay, next, please. So what can we handle with all the challenges? First of all, we can use in Web3 DAOs because most of the DAO, they have translation group, but the translation is not their main project. So they need a specific translation platform for them to increase the efficiency. Nowadays, they use offline, like use Notion and other communicate chat to handle all the translation processes. So for the Web3 DAOs, except the procedures offline, they also have the challenge that lack of multiple languages translators. Most of them use English. And nowadays, if any organization wants to be global, they need more languages. And the third is the DAO lack of professional translators. Because of most of people who join the DAOs, maybe they cannot code. They just use their language advantage to attend the DAO. This is the lower threshold of people who join the Web3. Switch. And for the Web2 companies, the higher cost, this is a very obvious challenge. Like they usually cost a lot of cost in marketing, and except that professional translators are scarce. Switch, please. Okay, so this is what Envy do. First of all, we aim to build one station platform to increase translation process efficiency. And the second, we are native Web3 dev, so we accept cryptocurrency. And the third is, we will have our specific AI models. We also use ChatGPT, also use Google translation models, and to increase the efficiency. And the fourth is, we aim to build a reputation platform for translators. For all translators, they only contribute in Amphi, and it will propagate to the world. Okay, for this hackathon, we deploy our smart contract and platform, and we also use Alibaba Cloud. Here is our founders. And our co-founder, why he is take care of the AI part, and the Li Xin, he take care of the chain. He used to develop the layer 1 chain before. Okay. For our status now, we just finished our event 1 week ago in Bangkok. And nowadays we have Korean, Japanese, Thai, Chinese, English translations. So we want to build this more globally so that we need people from all over the world to join us. Okay, here is our translation type. Except the general text translation, we also accept the videos, the voice translation. Okay. For more updates of Amphi, please follow our social media. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Amphi. So just for transparency, there was an additional 20 seconds allocated because of some of the back and forth. Apologies from my end. Moving forward, other projects, we should have a remote for everyone to use. But for the judges, any questions for Amphi at this stage? Click the mic button and you should be good.
Testing. Actually, I'm still a little bit confused about the project because, as I know, it's literally a translation service that be on top of blockchain and smart contract. But does that mean like if I have a document that like to translate and I using the MV, upload it to the marketplace, and then some real person of translator will be help me to translate my document into the language that I want, and there will be another validator. There's a real person validator that will validate the translated document for me, right?
Your concern is your translation will be completed by 2 characters, right?
Yes.
How can they co-organize, or, I'm sorry,
How are they? Because maybe I change the question like this: is eventually the validator and the translator, are they real person?
The same person?
Yeah, not the same. Are they real person or not?
The real person, yes.
Okay.
We use AI translation for the first process, and the second and the third are human.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the translator will be an AI, so like the AI model trained it by the MV and inferencing service also by MV, right?
Actually, the translator is AI and the human translator. And validating, he will judge the final proofreading.
Okay, so for translating is the AI to do the translation, and for validating will be a real person for the validating, right?
Actually, both is human.
But where's the AI?
AI is translator. They will use AI. We didn't separate the AI and the translator. They are in translation process, so we call it translation. Actually, the translator will use AI. let's make easier.
Yeah.
The buyer just can get the final translation quickly because we use AI.
Then why just the people need to translate just go for the AI service to do the translation?
Because we believe the good quality will depend on human, not the AI. Because we tested the accuracy. Yes, ChatGPT is better than Google, but it cannot instead of human. So our mechanism is set by human. The AI cannot instead of humans, so it cannot follow our mechanism. We control the human, not the AI. AI is a tool for us.
Quickly ask a question. I think it's a pretty good try. The key here is only the expert people can translate something accurately, right? That's the real value it is. And only the sensitive data will have a bigger value. So I would suggest you, for example, how about focus on the legal contract related, which is organization sensitive, business sensitive. For those information, translator could use ChatGPT as a base and then leverage their expertise to translate it accurately and also keep privacy, right? I think there are a challenge on how to leverage AI, how to keep the data privacy. Of course, that's where Platon is good at, right? So I'm looking forward for your next version to expanding to sensitive data, privacy preserved, like a contract or business information. This kind of a data market, that will be a better try. By the way, what is your funding status now?
Funding status.
Yeah. Do you have any like investors already?
We are in the seed, and yes.
Other seed, right? Okay.
Yes, and for the privacy, we also think about it before. And in our demo, we have a non-disclosure agreement. If people who choose yes, the file will be privacy. Only the people who accepted the task can see it. We already have.
Yeah. That will. So how to guarantee the people who accepted it didn't leak it, right? So it's a lot of like it's more sensitive data has more value, and the translating work has more value, right? That's the data market I think you are targeting to, which is good try.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, sorry, I have one question. You did mention about the difficulty of attracting professional translators, right? So for your platform, do you think the professional translators, will they have difficulties getting used to Web3 platform?
Thanks for this question. It's a really good question. And this is a problem we faced because in previous event, we have found we educate the professional translators from Web 2 to join Web 3. The first of the problem is they don't know what is Web 3 wallet. They don't know how does it work. But I think we have two methods to handle this problem. First is education, and the second is we use the technology to let them can pay it by credit card, like the ERC 4337. Yeah. The Ethereum is handling with this problem. Yes.
I just want to quick check. Can you please explain which part of your product is on-chain? My understanding is the incentive system of your product is on-chain, but the workflow process is off-chain, right?
Actually, nowadays all process is on-chain.
Including your documentation, the file storage?
File storage? We have two ways. The first is if it's privacy, we will store in cloud. If it's not, it can be open, we save it on chain.
So how can you control the access to the storage?
Actually, we build two front end to handle this problem, to separate the storage.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any final comments, judges, as we are closing up for time? All right, if not, thank you very much, Kim. We'll move on to the next project.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so before we go on to the next project, I just want to add a few more admin rules here, right? So there's a lot of projects who have been coming up and sending videos and additional materials to present. So in the interest of transparency, and we did this with Kim and Amphi as well, when we are in the admin phase of you mentioning to us, okay, we're going to play a video, we will pause the timer as we rummage through email and open it up. So every second counts for everybody here. So just highlight to us, again, if you have any additional materials. Right, if not, I believe the next slides onwards, there should be a clicker. I think Jack from Fluke has, yeah. Jack, you have the clicker? Yeah. Okay, yeah. So, right, we'll go to the next project, which is Toroni. Your presenter can head up, please. Yeah, please give a round of applause. Okay, help me test the clicker first, see if it works. Yeah.
Check sound test.
Yeah. Yeah, can you help me just move the clicker and see if we can go back and forth, yeah? Is it on? Yeah. Doesn't work? Yeah. Oh, what was that? I didn't click that. Can you try again? Yeah. Okay, does it work?
Yes, it's working now.
Okay, great. Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, we'll have 10 minutes, 5, 1, and 0. If you have any other materials or slides, we will pause the time for that. If not, whenever you're speaking, we'll start. Go ahead, please.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Sang from Toroni team. So we are the sustainability and environmental steward. First of all, I'd like to introduce you what the Toroni is. Toroni actually is the word from the Sanskrit, which is mean the earth. So this is our major product line that we are working and researching. We have a indoor compost kit, which is I am going to talk details later, and the other two is on the roadmap. So Dr. Dai's lab, which is the lab, first of all, Dai, which is the Cambodian word that is translation from the Toroni. So Dai is mean soil. So the Dr. Dai's lab is the lab that will be focusing on how to heal back the soil. So as our projected in the 2030, the food will be, we will face another challenges is the food crisis. So most of the people is already aware of it, and what they can prepare is to plant and make crop, a lot of plantation. So what we expect is in the next season is not the food, it's gonna be the soil. We lose some nitrogen and fertilizer. So that is the lab that we are focusing now. By that time coming, we believe that we will find a way, the faster way to helping the soil. As of now, it's just a product line. So seed bank is also play a very important role, because if you happen to work with the farmer or listen to the farmer, when they plant year by year, the plant is not gonna be the same. It's gonna be like a little bit hybrid. So we need a good seed. So seed bank in here play a very important role to keep a good seed, so that whenever farmer need a good seed, they will come to the bank. So they better borrow and pay back with interest, and that interest can be whatever, like whether it's money or paying back with the seed or some other source. So whatever we do in there is built with these 5 principles. So we want to reduce waste and recycling, social responsibility, efficiency, energy efficiency, clean product design, and sustainable sourcing. And the waste reducing cycle is the first product that we are building right now. Okay, now let's go to the compost kit. Everyone heard about compost, right? So compost is just compost kit is it's just a box. It's just a tool that we place to every household, and which is very flexible for whether it's in a house in the city, in an urban, or even those in the apartment. So when I submit for the competition, I was thinking about what is the challenge around me. What is the most disappointed when I see around my every daily life? It was the waste, the trash around me. So in order to solve that, I was thinking about why this trash get created. It was the way how we pack things, or it was the way that you are giving away some waste. So indoor compost kit is just only one thing that you can really give away, things that it really can become a compost. And we will come with a platform that people can learn what thing that you can put in, and then it will become a compost. And then in our study, it will be giving back all the thing from our compost to the soil is about 70% to the mainland. So we already see a lot of organization, company already build the sustainable and some ways of fighting, all those stuff. But it's not attraction enough for people, or it's not open enough for everyone to join. Like if you want to work in this area, it's only this area fighting, and it's not really open for publicly accessible from everyone if they want to compete. Let's say if I want to fight first of all in Phnom Penh, and then what if the other people in the country or other people outside of Cambodia, they want to fight too? What will it gonna be? So we create a one-on-one NFT platform and NFT representative back that compost. So you go to the website, you minting a compost, and then you get an NFT as a representative. And then from our team, we send this compost to the needed place, and then they will start producing compost. And you have a compost NFT, and then you can do much more in it. I will show you in the video. Can you play the video? Maybe you go to the edit and click the link. Currently, we deploy our application, smart contract, on the Ethereum Girly. I was trying to access to the platform. You will see my message on the Discord Telegram, the Discord supporting group that I want to access for. Can you post for the video for a while? Yep. So to get some facet so that I can deploy my smart contract in there. But maybe later we can talk about it. So let's get started to the Torani platform. So this is the application that we are building. You go and mint, and we'll pay some amount of Ethereum in it, and then the transaction will be mint. After the successful confirmation, you will see in the main page that you are holding one of the NFT out there. And then in that NFT, you can, whether you stake or you trade. So you trade, which is mean you don't want to hold this anymore. You want to give to other people, want to back buy this one. And then we think about the best place to trade NFT, everyone will know that we go to OpenSea, and we build it very compatibility on that platform already, so you can go and trade in it. But what if you don't want to trade? So you can sell. Okay, now your NFT is listing. So let's go back to the stake. So stake in the stakes process, you're going to stake your NFT, which is mean you will keep this NFT in a staking contract, and we have an utility token to reward your stake calculation by how long you stake in it. Then you will receive an ERC20 token, and then with this token, we will, in the future we will, because the price of the NFT, we will split some amount of the money we use to build the campus and run the operation, and some of the fund will keep it and put it in the liquidity, so that those tokens that you are stake and receive will be able to swap in the future, or you will in exchange with the other item. Maybe the merchandise, but this will be talk more. And everything that you work, you interact with the contract with our platform, it will be very transparent. You will see the on-chain transaction. And let's go back to our slide. This is the technology that we are building on. Our smart contract currently deployed on the Ethereum. Yes. In Ethereum, we use OpenSublime. Our front end, we want the host on the Ali Cloud, but due to the configuration issues, I left it. But Alibaba Cloud is very easy when you use Terraform to control your infrastructure by just a code, and it will be provide your infrastructure. Platon will be talk more, and those are the ecosystem. We have a logistic partner and the ecosystem for the education. We have farm and also another education on the line. This is me and another one of my partner. He cannot be here because he is one of the core team to prepare the SEA game. So I am representing him here for the competition. So as you know that this is a very simple of the process how to onboard people into Web3 ecosystem. We, out of this core building from the NFT, is so much more that we really can build by using our core technology to build a music industry or the real estate backed by the token. So that is what we can really build out of our technology and smart contract.
Okay, 10 minutes, please wrap up and we're good, yeah. You can
Yeah, that's all about me.
Oh,
thank you.
Perfect, all right. Okay, thank you. Yep. Okay, judges, please go ahead. Any questions for Thorny?
Hi. I want to understand more about the Compose kit. Is it a special hardware? How do you make sure that people actually save the planet?
Sorry, how do I make sure that?
Yeah, because you explained that when people purchase the NFT, you send the Compose kit home to them, right? Yeah. So this Compose kit, is it a special hardware? Can you make sure that people actually use it to save the planet?
the compose, the ready compose, right? You mean? Yes, because we work with the our logistics partner. So we have a time frame. Let's say it's 3 weeks or 1 month. It complete. It's just like a trust. People will need to pull out it of their house. So by that time, we will contact them whether they want to use it by their own nitrogen or home gardens, or they want us to collect for them. Yeah. So by that mean, we will really see that how our compost really is.
I think your idea is pretty environmentally friendly, a good direction. But you need a peaceful world. First of all, no war, right? No blocks, travel blocks between countries. Need a strong government support. And also, since your target user is the normal people, or most of them could be housewife. So the education, how to get them to overcome the barrier to Web3, it's pretty complicated. If we talk about blockchain, talk about Web3, talk about wallet, talk about NFT, the education, the digital gap is always there, right? I think that's will be a lot of challenge ahead. So I don't have much question to you. I just want to the compost kit, how to produce it. That one, the procedure itself has to be environmentally friendly. So how do you do that? Make sure it's making things like us green, friendly.
Yes. First of all, environmental is not my responsibility. It's our responsibility. Yeah. And education is very important for people to understand the impact of it. So, but we can play the role to tell them this is how it's impact and this is what we can do and this is what you can participate. So that is one thing. Another thing is Web3 and blockchain. If you go around on the blockchain and Web3 space, the most challenges is to onboard people. And then, but we have a partner, and I myself play with incubation role on our projects. And I mean, in the education part, we experience how to onboard people into like how they can get their hand on the application, how to interact. But the first foremost is like what you see, the application that out there is very simple. You connect some your MetaMask, you mint, you pay, you stake, that's it. So maybe the most complication part is later when they get used to it and upgrade internet level.
You said that you're working with a partner with regards to onboarding users, right? So how many users have you onboarded right now?
Sorry?
How many users have you onboarded right now?
Oh, there's one honest answers here. Torrini is an idea state.
So no.
We're not running on the production yet. And if you notice the video demo later, you will see a small notice out there, the errors. But now if you go to it, it won't there anymore. Why is error? Because the contract is just recently deployed and we part of our integration part. So the video had to send out, so I record it and it pays some error. So yeah, that is an honest answer.
Okay, if there are no other questions, thank you very much, Toroni. Please give
Thank
a
you.
round of applause and we'll go into the next project. All right, the next project to come up will be user network. Whenever you're ready, just head up or put out your slides.
Hello, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for getting the name right. It's US3R, but we are user network.
Pause. Okay, hold on. Right. So just confirming you have the demo, right? The videos, right?
Yes, just
as in the
when
website,
it comes to the
noted,
demo slide, just go to the links and click
Gotcha.
around. That
Okay.
would be
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Yep.
Okay. So good afternoon, Sawadika, and so I'm Liang. I'm from User Network. So we are building developer platform and dApps ecosystem for building apps with off-chain, decentralized data storage and DID. Next. Can you go to the next slide? Okay. No, the previous slide. All right, yeah. So I'll just briefly go through the overview. So I'll start with the current landscape, and then I will cover the challenges and solutions, and then I will briefly talk about our solutions and product and demos, and I will showcase our progress so far with our roadmap, and lastly, I'll talk about our teams. Next. You skip another slide. Sorry. Previous one. Yes. Yes, this is the one. Right. Thanks. I'll just use a clicker. I don't think it quite works somehow. Never mind. I'll do the rocker sign. You just go. Yes. Okay. So this is the new data for active Web3 developer account from East Denver. So as we can see that since 2016, there's a steady uptrend growth despite the market condition. So I've been a dApp developer since 2018, building DeFi product, DEX, centralized, decentralized, hybrid. So despite the bull and bear market, well, my observation is that each new trend of innovation is unlocked by a new possibility of the underlying infrastructure. So, and the reverse is also true. For bear market, in a lot of cases, it's because the developer have already exhausted the possibilities of the building blocks available. Right. Next. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So. It's more apparent if you compare Web3 building blocks or Web3 developer stacks with Web2 developer stacks. So for Web2, we for cloud services like Ali Cloud, in general, we have like data storage solutions like static files, and we have more dynamic storage for structured data like DBMS or NoSQL database. And then we have some functions to perform computation like Lambda function or just in general EC2 box. And for the Web3 stack, I think for the most part of the last 5 or 6 years, we are mostly relying on building dApps using smart contract and blockchains. And that's because blockchain basically solves decentralized data, decentralized computation, and decentralized identity using the blockchain address. However, when it comes to the more data-intensive applications, we are left with only static storage at the moment. Next slide. So for example, the more mature Web3 equivalent solutions for storage are IPFS, RV, Filecoin, or the new up-and-coming greenfield storage chain from BNB. However, if you are familiar with NFT, you are probably aware that these data storage solutions are primarily used for storing static data. Right? And that's because immutability is one of the features of blockchain. However, quite frequently, developers need to use dynamic data, means structured data that need to be retrieved, updated, created, or deleted, right? Things that need to be modified or mutated frequently. And this is where the current decentralized storage solution comes short. So that's where we comes in next. Okay, so this is the magic sauce basically. Despite the fact that IPFS is already quite widely adopted in Web3 storage use case, but it's only usable for immutable data, right? Immutable basically means if you use a file or data and you get the corresponding content address ID, you are no longer able to mutate the data. You cannot change it, right? But what if the developer actually needs such use cases, right? So in fact, there's a common data structure in Web3. This looks a lot like a blockchain, but it's just append-only locks with hash links assigned by user. Okay, so smart contract allow developer to mutate the data using API, but the data on each and every block is in fact immutable, and that's in fact the feature of blockchain. However, by aggregating the historical of blocks, the developer can interface with the on-chain state with a more dynamic API. And by using the same strategy, we are able to construct the data structure off-chain, to provide data mutability. Next. And to store the data, to make sure the data is available for read and write, we just need to store the data in a distributed node for storage. And as you can see that the append-only lock data structure is pioneered by IPFS lock in 2016, and later being used in OrbitDB and StorageDB, and most recently Ceramic. For us, we are building S3 node, which is Ceramic compatible. Next. Okay, so to handle the read and write operation, so for read is for writing data is mostly to ensure the data is consistent and available, but the append-only log data structure is not really optimized for reading data. And in fact, that's what we've seen in the graph protocol in blockchain spaces. And similarly, we can use the same strategy to optimize reading data. So you can basically build an indexer using DBMS or graph database to optimize for developer experience. Next. And this is the overall architecture of our platform. So at one side is Usury. It's comparable to MetaMask or Etherscan. And on the other side is our developer interface and storage infrastructure. Next. So our vision is we want to give developer an additional option for writing off-chain decentralized dynamic data in addition to smart contract. And in the meantime, we also want to give data control back to users because all the data is self-certifying data signed by user. And finally, we want to drive the paradigm shift of return the control to data. So ultimately, user will be able to control their data as if they are controlling their assets. Next. And this is our go-to-market strategy. Basically, we have two main components, U3 and S3. So U3 will be our main user-facing component that's used to onboarding users and developers and to bootstrap the user and the data from the network. And S3 is our developer-facing component that provide the developer tools infrastructure. Next. Okay, this is the demo part.
Okay, we'll go into the demo now. Okay, go ahead.
Just click one of the tabs. Gitcoin passport. Yeah, so the user review part is building using decentralized off-chain data. But since we don't have the wallet installed, you're just gonna believe me that it works. But both of the apps actually works. You can go to u3.xyz or s3.xyz to check it out. So once you actually leave a review, you can go to s3.xyz. Yes, so your data will actually appear here, just like using Etherscan. So the point is, the data is both portable, composable for user and the app developers. So there's no vendor login and there's no data login for both user and the developers. Next.
Go
So
ahead.
this is our current roadmap. Our U3 and S3 alpha version is already live. So for U3, we built. Okay, you guys just check it out. Next. And a brief intro about our team. So I'm Liang. Previously, I worked for Binance, Bitmain, Steam Futures, and my co-founder is my alumni from the US. He got MBA. Okay, so that's it. Questions?
Okay, thank you. Just in time. Judges, any questions for Liang?
Yeah, sorry, to better understand your solution,
Right.
if you had to compare your storage solution with one of the storage solutions in the Web2 world,
Right.
what would you compare yourself with?
I would say the closest to would be Firebase or Superbase or MongoDB, but MongoDB is only for storage. So Firebase, in fact, it took care of identity, storage, and light computation, right? So currently we don't have computation yet, but what we intend to do, okay, since we already talked about the core data structure is the stream, right? We are basically using a pan-only log of off-chain data to emulate multiple data, right? So what happens is that as user mutate the pan-only logs, it can trigger a handler function just the way the graph protocol trigger their handler when it detects on-chain transaction or event, right? So that's able to offer developer basically Lambda function or cloud function like feature. So in addition to off-chain fast mutable data, developer can also add in like some computation workload. Yes.
What about in terms of performance?
It's Web2-like, I would say. So all read-write performance will be sub-second. Read will be way faster than write. As I said, so the read is basically the read operation, the write operation is separated, right? So yeah.
Are you built on Alibaba Cloud?
Yes, since I already leased the AWS there, so the whole point is we're going to work with Alibaba Cloud to kill them.
So you're not working with them now?
So far, not.
Okay. How many users do you have right now?
We are not fully on mainnet yet, but the idea is we are fully compatible with Ceramic. So Ceramic currently has 300 apps. And we are the only open sourced data explorer. So you can find us in their official documentation. And their CTO did a demo and also use S3 in their videos in East Denver. So we are kind of on TV.
I'd like to know what will be the revenue model.
Sorry, again?
Revenue model.
Oh, yes. So since we are not on mainnet, so all these are kind of hypothetical or projected. Because our whole network or ecosystem, if you say, composed of both user-facing and developer-facing component. So for user-facing, I'll just use MetaMask and EtherScan as an example. So because in order to provide interoperable data or truly decentralized data, you need to provide a universal third-party client, right? So the whole point is, even if Uniswap is done, you can still access the feature of Uniswap from EtherScan using their contract interface. And we are the only service provider for that feature in this whole ecosystem. And so for that, one way to really to provide cash flow is to maybe utilize the traffic. But that's only one minor channel. The main or easy to understand revenue channel is from the other side, basically node hosting. Because the data protocol is open and our code is open source under MIT license, but the data storage needs to store on infrastructure like Alibaba Cloud or a physical computer, right? So that in order to provide maybe a more reliable services, developers are still encouraged to host their own node. Although from the very beginning or during the whole development process, they can use our centralized hosting node. But yeah, so the node hosting is another channel, basically using more traditional SaaS model.
Any final questions to wrap it up?
Yeah, I saw you guys already done a lot. So which stage you are on?
We got a pre-seed funding last year.
From Binance or?
No.
I saw Binance in your.
No. I previously worked for Binance.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so our funding is not from Binance.
So you already kind of spin out and do your things independently.
Yes, I left Binance for a while.
Okay. If you could give us a straightforward, simple use case, because I couldn't understand the dynamic.
Okay, for example, for Amplify, for their whole
but others
entire
cannot.
yes, exactly. So for Amplify, for their entire workflow, if it's currently on-chain, the on-chain component will be expensive, right? So for example, the content part, right? You want it to be decentralized. You want the write read to be fast, and you want it to be decentralized, right? Currently, there's no option, right? So we are the option. So another use case will be decentralized social component, social application. So currently, Nostr, Lens, Farcaster, all those popular decentralized social protocol, basically they need to roll their own decentralized data storage solution, kind of, right? All one-off solutions. So using our technology, they can just create a data model, deploy a node, and start building. So the same application logic can be done in a week.
Because if it is dynamically changing, so how to make sure the trust, the infrastructure is still be trustworthy, can be rely on, etc.
Right.
That's
Okay.
another.
So that's the idea of self-certifying data. Because each and every data record and data mutation is signed by user. And the underlying data structure can be only owned by one writer. So essentially, each and every data record, for example, I send a tweet, the tweet will only be ever mutated by me, right? So there's possibility that data will be lost, right? But it will never be tampered with. So the main difficulty only comes from data availability and data consistency. And because, okay, the implied property of the data is that all data will be eventual consistent in the sense that we are not like blockchain that's guarantees strong consistency. Okay, so another implied property is that we and our technology and blockchain is targeting different use cases. So if you want to build financial related logic or DeFi, you'll still need to stick to blockchain layer 1, layer 2, platform, whatever. But say if you want to build more data intensive applications like social, like DAO tools, like Amplify, you can totally use us.
Okay, we'll wrap up the questions. Thank you very much for the presentation. We'll go into the next folk. So next up is City or Dreams. Your presenter can hit up. So we'll do some confirmation on your materials. But please hit to YC and get the clicker and let me know if it works. Yeah. Okay, so just confirming City or Dreams, you guys have a video as well as a new slide, right? Just confirming this is it?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So let me, okay, I have to download this, is a bit large. Give me a second here. Does this one work? Yeah.
Yeah, this is
The
fine.
PDF. Okay, great. Okay, so give me a second. Just full screen here. Can you just help me test the clicker and we'll start off. Point it towards the laptop here, myself, yeah. Doesn't work, is it? Oh my goodness. Okay. You try? Can? Yeah. I see it doesn't work. Okay. Just a signal to me, is that okay? Yeah. Okay. Apologies, this clicker has been very painful this afternoon. Right, but anyway, state your dreams. You have 10 minutes. Just go ahead, let me know, and then during the video presentation, we'll pause as we open it up. Okay, but whenever you're ready, we'll start the time.
First and foremost, we are very thankful and we are very honored to be able to participate in today's HAPathon conducted by our industry leaders, Alibaba Cloud, Hashkey, Platon, and our entire team is here and we are super excited to have the chance. So first and foremost, thank you for having us. So my name is Jackson Neo. I'm the founder and CEO of City of Dreams. We are actually a game studio that is 4 years old. So we dabble in game development and we actually launched our GameFi protocol 2 years ago as well. So next. So I'm sure everybody in this room, we know what is Metaverse. And we know the huge potential behind Metaverse. But there is actually a lot of different manners and angles that we can approach this. So at COD, we believe that actually building a sustainable business model behind the Metaverse is actually the most important component. So the current Metaverse landscape is divided into two general sides. One is the centralized version. Another is the blockchain-based decentralized version. But most of the projects out there right now, they are generally a creator's economy. Okay, this is great. So a lot of great things are being created. However, there are a lot of key challenges for mass adoption and for Web2 enterprise to really enter the Metaverse. First one mainly the high development cost required to build a Metaverse for themselves. And secondly, most Web2 merchants out there do not have the blockchain background and knowledge to fully embrace it, which is why it haven't hit mass adoption quite yet. Next. So what are we? We are an interdimensional city that integrates the virtual world and the real world, and we enable anyone to open shop, do business within the Metaverse without requiring them to possess any blockchain background prior to this. So our mission is to elevate Web2 entrepreneurs into a more immersive experience within the decentralized infrastructure. And we want to make City of Dreams the Metaverse for anyone, bringing Web3 application and technology back to Web2 real-life use instead of the other way around. So next. So currently we are a DAO that provide a no-code Metaverse with rentable properties, and we have a drag and drop customizable design where merchants can have easy onboarding. Instead of buying a piece of land on Sandbox and you need to have a team to develop the whole thing, merchants can easily onboard with us with our ready archives and database. And we also integrate it with our proactive marketing campaign and support, which I will show you later of our case study. So, but what sets us aside from other projects that we know are the additional utilities that we can provide for all merchants that onboard with us and users. Next. Number one, of course, is retail gamification. Web2 e-commerce giants have been using retail gamification for quite some time right now because it helps to engage their users better and to increase the time spent on their platform. So being a game studio of 4 years old, we actually have an archive of 100 casual mini games that we can assist onboarded merchants with this as well. Next. So we have a built-in loyalty point system that would reward our users for spending money with onboarded merchants as well. Next. And of course, SocialFi. Currently, right now, live stream is one of the most popular and important tool for merchants to reach out to their users to promote their goods and services. So we bring this to the next level by integrating live stream into the virtual store within our metaverse for onboarded merchants. And on top of this, we also reward them our loyalty points based on our system. Next. So in short, we reward all users for all activities or interaction within the metaverse, be it live stream, flash deals, any kind of shopping. Next. So to summarize, there's actually currently a lot of great Web3 protocols that are incentivizing Web2 users to adopt Web3 application. Like GameFi, Move to Earn, Play to Earn, there's a lot of protocols out there. So, but there is no decentralized metaverse that is incentivizing these Web3 users and direct traffic back to the Web2 commerce space. So we hope to serve as the decentralized bridge that will interoperate between both Web2 and Web3 users. So in order to achieve this win-win situation, you need to identify the different needs of different parties. Okay, so the needs of most Web2 merchants is they need a better brand exposure, brand extension to younger generation, to help better the customer experience via the digital world, to help in the customer acquisition, retention, and of course the community engagement. However, the legal and accounting constraints in most countries right now on recording crypto assets in their financial statement actually is stopping a lot of Web2 companies from buying NFT assets or cryptocurrency to go into this world. So to do this, we actually created something. Next. So we are building an NFT property listing marketplace similar to iProperty.com, similar to PropertyGuru.com, where merchants can actually log in using their social account. So they do not have to have any cold wallet, blockchain wallet to start from, and they can start the business by what? So you see, in the real world, when we do our business, we actually start from renting the shop space instead of buying the shop space first, because this lowers the capital output at the start. So similarly in COD, they can come in, sign up normally without blockchain wallets, use fiat to engage in short-term lease to get started trying. And they can easily record this as advertisement like Google ads, like Facebook ads, and it will not cause a nightmare for them. So moving forward, we think this would help a lot of Web2 merchants to take the first step easily into the Web3 space. Next. So this is the architecture for our Web3 marketplace. Next. Next. So to further accelerate the business activities within City of Dreams, we have clinched a few pretty important partnerships across different sectors. So Moso is the #1 blockchain-powered shopping assistant that enjoys people to that allow their user to enjoy crypto kickbacks when they do shopping. So they are very strong in US and Canada. They are already partnered with Best Buy, Walmart, and a lot of other brands. So we are working with them to provide them with metaverse utility. And on top of the kickbacks that they already have, we are going to throw in our loyalty points as well. Next. So Altafa Group is a market leader in terms of the digital fashion scene. So they are already in collaboration with LVMH, Fendi, Boma, and same. We are partnering with them to provide them with metaverse utility. Next. This is how it will look like in City of Dreams. We will build a gallery for them to showcase their products. And they are doing all the avatar for LVMH as well. So Louis Vuitton have the avatar also done by them. So we work together and create this more to showcase the luxury products. Next. So Chili is a short video platform that has a watch and earn mechanism where users can earn while watching videos. So same, we will provide the metaverse utility for them, and our users can watch advertisements of onboarded merchants while earning our loyalty point as well. Next. So Rainmaker Games is one of the largest P2E game platform. So they have onboarded many GameFi protocols. So same, we are working with them to provide metaverse utilities for all these GameFi projects. And at the same time, GameFi has one of the most vibrant community in the crypto space. So increasing users back into City of Dreams as well. Next. So currently, we have more than 300 Web2 merchants already whitelisted with us to onboard City of Dreams. And namely, the most famous are GoPro, Philips, Richmond, JDB Bank, VarLife. So for GoPro, we have a GoPro Stadium where we will include a lot of cool features for them as well. So next. So previously we mentioned not only doing metaverse utilities, we will also have proactive marketing campaigns to help these onboarded merchants. So this is an example of a campaign that we did for GoPro. So for 2 weeks last month, our users play a simple game of 5 Matic while watching GoPro ads. So in the short span of 14 days, we have more than 2K visitors into our MVP already. And we have more than 1,000 unique wallet connected and total 11,000 transaction hash being generated and more than 11,000 views on the GoPro ads as well. So I would say this is a good first step, huge success, and we will go on to do more campaigns like this for onboarded merchants. So to further reach out to more users, especially the younger generations, we're actually working with a lot of university across the region. Like we just did the first hackathon with a local university in Thailand, which is why our whole team is here as well. So this is how we will do it for more talent. Next. Next. So this is our core team. They are right here. And I would like to end off with our video.
It will end off with the video.
Yeah, so this video is actual in-game footage of our current MVP. And we are hoping to launch our alpha next quarter. So is the video ready? So please enjoy and thank you so much. So this is the event space where you can do different events with merchants as well. All the screens are live stream enabled as well. So all these little game arcade machine is actually mini games that we can onboard with merchants. And this is one example of interior space.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Right, thank you, City of Dreams team. Judges, any questions for them?
Is this web-based or is it a dedicated application, a cross-platform application?
Yeah, it's hello, sorry. Yeah, it's on.
Is application you need to download it at the moment. Yeah.
Okay. So currently it's only available on mobile.
No, we are PC enabled and Android enabled at the moment.
PC and Android.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Good question here. You try to bridge Web 2 to Web 3. In Web 2, you use the social ID as the key, right? So who control the Web 3 wallet private key in your system?
So we have both kind of login. You can do it by the decentralized manner, but we provide the centralized manner as well to make the first step for Web 2 people easier.
Yeah.
So it's a both option.
If I'm a user, I can log in with my, for example, Google Mail account, right?
Yeah.
So after I log in into your system, will there be a Web3 digital thing mapping to my social ID?
No.
So it doesn't exist. It's a pure Web 2 one if I log in with a social ID.
Yep.
Okay.
To add on his question, so which part of this is on decentralized network?
So we are giving it two different options, you see. So we want to make the first step for these Web 2 merchants easier. Then it's easy for them to start learning how to use a wallet. If the first step I need to learn all this. It's going to be tough. Yeah.
So you are talking about login, but I think this gentleman is talking
But the
about
decentralized part is about the governance, which is run as a DAO.
no, perhaps talk about the asset ownership or data ownership.
So each of the real estate that you see inside is actually an NFT. So overall, it's a DAO where all the users can vote for it.
So the question is, if I logged your metaverse via Google email, my email or my telephone number, so who can control my NFT in your applications? So where is ownership?
So for the rental system, right, they are renting the NFT. So the ownership does not lie with the merchants that are renting it yet.
The NFTs will be on-chain, right? So who will control my private keys?
I think we might need to think about that if you're asking.
Another question will be the you bring in the Web3 concept. So there is a virtual land, virtual whatever, right? You can buy and sell the NFT. You mentioned a little bit. If you touch that one, the legal, because this is it's kind of cross-national board, and so everyone in the world can access it, right? So how? What's your plan, or what's your way of doing things to make this one do not break the legal rules, etc.?
So we are definitely not the lawmakers. So we can't do anything to the different rules being set by different country, which is what spiked us to think of this rental system to assist Web2 merchants to actually get started trying without having to account for this. So, which is why we did this. But I believe once the merchants come in and they are accustomed to this, they can figure out methods, to plan it in another entity or something. But we want to make the first step easy for them. Yeah.
First of all, is to enable the capability, right?
We don't want to stop people on the
afterwards,
at the
to
front.
limited everything into this GameFi, like a GameFi, SocialFi world. Do not touch the real world yet. So once you linked it with a real world asset or whatever, real estate, the legal stuff will happen.
Yeah.
Right? So, okay. Yeah.
I've got two questions. First question, are you built on Alibaba Cloud?
We will be very excited to explore it.
Okay, so not. Okay. Then the second question, what's the difference between COD and Sandbox?
Okay, so they are a creator's economy. So mainly most of the mechanism is revolving around you yourself going inside, buying a piece of land and creating something. So here we want to make it easy for the onboarding merchant side and the user side. So instead of the creator need to come in and build their own structure, we have a customizable design function that can help merchants to drag, drop, select, and get started. So they don't need to have a huge team to do that and save a lot of cost for them. And we are not, I would like to stress that we are not doing an e-commerce platform. We're actually pushing traffic to the right places. So we are not trying to be the next Taobao. No. We are pushing the traffic, yeah.
So how many users do you have right now?
From the previous campaign that we did, we generate more than 1K active users already.
Those numbers are the current users?
Yeah. So on-off for different onboarded merchants, we are actually carrying out different campaigns for them as well. Because we have been a game studio for 4 years, so we have not started the fundraising outwards for this project. So we worked on this for quite some time, only until last month that we feel that we are ready and we start to approach the merchants.
Okay, this is the next step after your studio. It's a continue of your existing.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Of course, depending on the market situation and the appropriate partners.
final question to wrap it up.
Your abbreviation, ever considered changing it?
My what?
Your abbreviation, ever considered changing it?
Open.
Because COD has also other.
Yeah, we realized, but there's a lot of CODs also. So it was a brave move by us, but at least everybody remembered us at the start.
All right. Thank you very much, City of Dreams team, for the presentation. Let's have a round of applause for them, and we'll go to the.
Thank you so much.
Project.
Thank you.
Okay, a very quick one before we go into the next project. Just to inform all the audience members that there are actually snack boxes prepared right outside the entrance, as well as additional water bottles if you guys need them. So if you're feeling a bit snacky, please go ahead. Feel free to grab one outside. Okay, if not, we'll go into our next presentation, which is Next ID. Let's just get all the materials up before we start. Okay, so we'll start here. The two videos are embedded within the slide itself, right? Okay, hold on. Let me just open them first so we can go ahead. Is this right? Yeah. Okay, play inside is okay? Yeah. Okay. Okay, whenever you're ready, you can start and we'll begin timer.
Right. Hello, everyone. How's the afternoon? Good? Bored? Be ready. I will make you more bored, you know, because this is an open source DID infra. Thanks for the venue, also the host event, and I'm Wei. I'm the community manager for this open source DID protocol called NextID. We want users' data and identity awesomely self-hosted. And you will find me on Twitter at binaryHB, representing Heartbeat, very similar to BitDance, actually. Today's agenda, I will give you a quick tour on our thoughts on why we want to build a DID and what it identifies in the past and how it's going to be heading into the future. So by looking at the past, comparing the situations, what's been happening right now, and looking forward with the supercharged UX with sovereign identity in the future. So first, let's see identity in the past. It's a credentials issued by governments, all we know. And it's governed and managed by accredited institutions. But all of these are behind the back. They are black boxes. We wouldn't know what's happening out there. And we are bearing this attack from there. Then by using those identifiers, you'll be able to do things, right? Living as a human being, right? Airplanes, get your mortgages, etc. Then we're also in the way of this digital progression. So all lives, businesses are heading towards to the metaverse. So you can see how crazy these tech giants have tried to trick you, spend your life online, right? And how can people construct the digital selves? This is the problem we're facing and also the process that's happening. Okay. Web3 identifies today is the basic experience we have. Like our approach and our question is wallet identity? We don't think it is. The simple question is, if you lost the private key, you lost everything, which is also a consensus right now rising in the Ethereum community. So that's why they bring up account abstraction, also smart contract solutions. So we are at the same page with them. So we think wallets are the only identifiers. And to combine all Web2 identifiers, Web3 identifiers, Web3 data histories, I think we can enable eventually, let's say, how a user right now, if he's an influencer on YouTube, how is he gonna bring all his influences into a TikTok, into Instagram? He couldn't. No one does right now. No one can do that in Web 2, but in Web 3 it's different because you own data where you owns your identities. So in our approach, we think the ideas are decentralized identifiers. So the key point of it is you are self-issued. The whole data are distributed on a like blockchains as we installed an R-Wave. I will give you to see it right now in the next slide. And it must be chain agnostic. Because there must be, there's then going to be a multiverse, thirdverse, many communities out there. So users should be afraid to immigrate from one community to the another, right? Next, please. We have three services to support our approach. And the first is identity creation and authentication, proof of service. The second is relation service, open social graph, and a core service, which is private cloud. Alibaba cloud comes in, controlled by the ID. And next, please. So by saying identity creations, it's public verified in a decentralized manner. And we want to make it easier as users to use, just like you're using also Google authentications right now in Web 2, but it's infrastructure public verified in decentralized manner, and definitely natural support multi-chain solution and privacy reserved. This is how it looks. So the core idea, concept of next ID is avatar. Avatars meaning representing your public-private key pair. Then you use the public-private key pair bi-dimensionally bounding with your Web 2 IDs as Twitter on the right, also your Facebook account. Also on the left, you will see you'll be able to bounding it with your smart contract wallet out there in Ethereum ecosystem or other chains as well. Then next, please. Give you a quite very quick look at our infrastructure. So on up layers, application layer, in the middle is the proof service where you create and issue identities. We store in our Wave, also Amazon, Alibaba Cloud. Actually, this part is more on public refined our Wave, but the third part of core service is more distributed on Alibaba's kind of cloud services. And in the up layer, and the down layer and below is Web 2 ideas, GitHub, Keybase, etc. So the second, by using all these identities, so eventually give into one place and make you feel it's open social and identity graph. We can see all the histories of the user have been doing. Like, is he buying NFTs? Is he go out to do DeFi stuff, etc. And we provide SDKs for acquiring all these data, and it's kind of like a elastic community-based platform for users. And it looks like this. A data framework to power the next generation. To give you, next please. To understand it, so it's kind of boring on the text explanation side. Let's go to the demo. Yeah. So this is the website, webfile.bio, where you can access to it. We have supports all social media, and it's a visualized graph. Let's see, you search, this is an initiator of mask network. This is the Wallhead profiles, like Twitter, Keybase, Forecaster, GitHub, everything. And go visualize all this. So this is all backed by NextID's SDKs. So right now you can use GraphQL to draw all this data from that. Then you can use it to like this. So this is definitely the demo for relation service. And third part, this is still in a POC stage because we just released this right close to the Ethereum dam for 1 month, 2 weeks ago actually. So a core service is one user to host their own data. It's a tag we call the virtual private server, VPS, and use your DID subkeys, which is signed by your private key, control this whole data and service to like becoming your digital copy on the internet, 24 hours. access your like transactions with others. So also in the future, we'll design a tire data access for the apps, of course. And let's go to look a little bit. Next page, next page. Yeah. So again, this is the POC stage. You use a wallet, simple as intuitive to collect. It will create a service or here. This example is showing you creating a Mastodon instance. I think it's kind of stuck. It's network. Next page. Yeah. Kind of look complicated, but in the future, we will minimize this user experience just like users using VPN. Is that easier to use? You can see when you create a server, then you go. I think start again. Yes, open loop. Yeah, that's the user face. So quickly skip. This is user face for Mastodon if you're familiar with Mastodon. So yeah, that means that core service in the future, we have all these ecosystems. And next, and I believe in the future, maybe your device is as powerful computational as the cloud instance in the cloud, which is like maximize privacy also protection for users. So this is roadmap in a very far future. Next, please. The ecosystem of us, in 3, the data layer, blah, 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 Clubland, and there we end. Next slide. Thank you, and taking questions, please follow us on Twitter at next.id and our official site at next.id. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next ID. So any follow-up questions from the judges for this presentation?
A question from me is, the DID looks like we need to, if I'm an individual, I need to run my own cloud service to maintain it. So that will be cost. So in the real world, we have this whatever ID, right? It's the government take tax and they maintain the system. We enjoy this, right? So in your systems, how an individual will pay for the cost and how you run it continuously as a service?
Good question. Excellent question. We're also thinking about like the core service I mentioned, core service that we're doing. We test the like experiences how would it cost for a user, a daily user. So right now, because the traffic isn't that big, but we can see users will pay for maybe $5 to $10 for the traffic when he using this cloud instance. So this is the estimate expenses, but in the future, definitely it's going to be higher. But I think we will find a solution for this. Still working on that.
Continue with another one. An individual using this one, I still need to taking care of my private key, right? So if I got bouquet. Or what was that? If I got 80 something, I forgot my private key. I need to write down everywhere.
Yes, blending question. Actually, this is not we are concerning on because we are framework to integrate all Web2 IDs. But right now, I think even though in a community, especially in the Ethereum community, want to rule out make users don't care about private key anymore. By doing so, they are attaching smart contract wallet. So we're identity layer, but we can attach to those smart contract out there. So, yeah, that's how.
I want to just so Platon has the secure multi-party computation kind of library ready. I just encourage you to explore it, try to find out. It might be useful for this protection versus recovery. This social recovery, whatever IT recovery.
Definitely. This also we have also left a spot for GK to kick in. they have the social recovery kind of stuff where also comparable your secure questions for yourself. Let's see, they may ask you of who is your teacher when you was in high school, and what's the address of your when you are like back to 8 years old. So what kind of tags?
Can I ask, what is the main problem that this service will solve?
The main problems, I think there are, we already mentioned one. The first one is about the expenses. User can't afford it. Of course, this is the biggest one. Like in maybe 5 years ago, cloud service isn't for everyone because it's quite expensive. So we are still need to wait that time window. And the second is because we are a chain agnostic, so there are tons of things to do to integrate with Bitcoin ecosystem, Solana, everything. So that's why we're doing it in open source. We need. I want to shout out to many developers. If you're interested in projects, please join us. Yeah, many things to do.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. If there are no more questions, thank you very much, Nick's ID, for your presentation.
Thanks
and
again.
We'll go to the next one. Thank you. Yep. Okay, so just a few additional things before we go to the next project. So there are two more projects to go through, which is Very Insure and LS Swap. So apologies for the move through. Since there's only two more, we'll go ahead and finish up. And then we'll go into the networking session. So just a quick one for everyone here, just to know what's going on. Once we finish these two projects, there will be a 15 to 20-minute break where we will do the judging and scoring. There'll be a small networking and mingling session. Again, there are snack boxes outside of the event entrance, and water has been refilled. So if you need any, please go ahead for that. But yeah, hold on, let's just go through the materials, and then we'll start off with Very Insure. So just confirming this is the slides, right? Is there any video or additional materials?
No, can you use the Google Slide one that we just sent?
Okay, gotcha, yeah. Here, is it?
Yes.
Okay,
Where's
awesome.
the
Do you have any video that we made?
Video is already integrated in this.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, actually, I believe Ryan had just went to the restroom of the judges. So maybe actually, shall we go for a short 5-minute break before we go into the next one?
All right.
Is that okay? Yeah.
Clicker.
Yeah, I will get you the clicker, yeah. Okay, so everyone will do on a 5-minute break. If you have any needs to go to the washroom, we'll be back at 3:55, give or take, yeah. All right. Yep, thank you. Yep.
Pardon? Oh,
So the clicker is a little bit inconsistent, but if you want to use it, you can still, but you can signal to us to go next. Yeah.
it's lag or what? Oh, really? So how? Okay, just if I
Yeah. If it doesn't, yes, you let us know. Yeah. And if there's any short delays, we'll add additional time. Yeah.
no problem.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll just wait up for the last few judges, and then we'll restart. Yeah.
Not moving. Can you just like press the slideshow? Or I'm not sure. Not moving back. Okay. Okay.
All right. Just a reminder that water has been refilled and there's snacks outside. Looks quite good. There's cake. There's sandwiches. So please go ahead and take them first. There's quite a bit outside. Yeah. All right, judges, everyone ready to continue? Yep. All right, thank you. Okay, so the next project will be very insure. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and we'll start the timer 10 minutes.
Okay, so let's start. So hi everyone, I'm from Very Insure team, and what is Very Insure? It is a decentralized insurance platform running on Prat-on network and with a built-in automate claim. And we also using a name service for KYC, such as actually we use .plat, and also we also have Web3 data encryption as well. Please go to next slide. So our project is actually connect between insurer and injury altogether worldwide, and not just that, we also give them for a customizable plan. And user can manage to give the access, data access to many person, many entities that require data through Web3. And let me recap you guys about insurance first. Insurance really play an important role in the financial sector for more than 200 years, and it support all the financial stabilities and also for the economic growth. Next slide. And as you may know that global insurance market is about like 2,500 billions already, and it's growing up 5.5% annually. Next slide. And even it's big market, but there's still lots of problem occurring. Yeah. First is lack of trust, and yeah, because it's the centralized system, and people still not trust, even especially the policy holder. And the coverage cost is pretty high, and some people or even individual or companies, they could not even afford the protection. And also it's lack of transparency. There's no proof of reserve, and also it's lead to dispute easily because of its traditional insurance company. And it's pretty complex due to the cost and difficulties. It's very hard to assess and understand. That's mostly it's going to be like ton of paper to understand. Next slide. And here we comes, Very Insure. We're changing by using blockchain technology because of it make it more transparent, and with the tamper-proof stop or record of transaction, and also the customizable plan, which is insurer can select all the tailor-made coverage plan that are the one you need with flexibilities and also personalization. And it's also provided seamless claim. We also have the automated claim as well for parametric insurance. But for non-parametric insurance, it's going to be quicker and more efficient. Next slide. And for reinsure, actually you can access really.insure in your own browser or app. And we have 6 main features. First is buy insurance. You can buy insurance with us with your own coverage plan or customized. And then you're going to get NFT as a policy in return. And secondly, the claim process. For non-parametrics, we're going to use AI for OCR and machine learning to help insurance manager to give a claim. But for parametrics insurance, just like fraud delay or any fraud detection, is automated. And the third one, you can invest like insurer by providing LP into the reserve pool. You're going to get more reward. Fourth, we also have data allowance, which is you can give access to or those entities to access your own data, just like hospital. You can have, they can offer you for better treatment, better medication, something like that. And 5, we also have name service KYC because onboarding people for insurance is required KYC. We use .plat domain to support this. We're going to give for free whoever buy insurance with us and pass KYC. And we also have custom SDK to support our developer, Web3 developer to onboard as well. Next slide, please. And let's get to the workflow. Next slide. Next slide, please. Yeah, this one. Okay, for purchase insurance case, that 2 big picture. You just go to our platform and then passing our KYC with, by uploading your document. And yeah, you're gonna get the name service in return and just start purchase insurance. Yeah, and for 100%, the smart contract will automatically split into 3 parts. First one is sale commission as normal, but we set it cheaper than the traditional insurance. And also, there's a reserve list for insurer, 50% as an insurance wallet. And also the free float is going to be like 35 to 40%. And it's going to create another liquidity pools and for staking reward. And once people, user finish buying an insurance loop, they're going to get a insurance policy as NFT in return. And everything, the data will be recorded, encrypted as well. Next slide, please. And for the claim process, we have 2 parts. First one is for non-parametrics, just normal insurance. You just come and upload some kind of like proof of claim, like medical certificate document, and then it's gonna record in IP address, and then just we're gonna map the data, verify with your own domain and the NFC policy authenticator, and then acknowledge the insurer. They're gonna know, and then whether it's approved or reject, you're gonna know the reason anyway. If it's approved, you're gonna get fund. But for non-parametrics, it's gonna use AI. For parametrics insurance, it's auto claim. Yeah, because it's already paid. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, for the data allowance, we use the Web3 encryption, which is the new technique to encrypt all the data, your personal health, personal claim data, history record. Next slide. Yep, this one. And the entity can access this data by just request, and you can revoke this data at any time you want. Next slide, please. Yeah, this one. And so you can go to next slide. Yeah, there's a lot of logic behind this insurer pools, lost thing. I don't have time to explain much, but please visit our document.very.insure. Next slide, please. Yeah, here's the demo. Yeah, I would like to say just get into our website, connect the wallet, sign in, and then just
We'll play from this view. Time has been added, yep.
Yes. Okay. Just get into our platform, sign in, and then you can select to buy an insurance. Select the plan first. Yep. Buy insurance. Okay. Spend your LAT, and then you can check all the transaction history on the plat scan. And you're gonna get an NFT in return here. Sorry, it's very fast. Okay. But for the claim process, you just attach some kind of document all together and then put the amount and then claim. Everything will be recorded on the chain. And the third one is going to be invest features, which is you can select to invest in the insurer pool as a reserver, and you can earn more reward. Just put the fund in. Everything actually is on DevNet already. And for the last feature, for the allows, you can select the entity that you want to give them to allow to access to your data. That's it. And then what's the topic or the claim process, claim data or claim history, just give them. You can go to next slide. Okay. So this one here, recap snapshot in case that the MVP demo is too fast for you. Yeah, we have 4 main features: buy, claim, invest, and allow. Okay, next slide. And also here's a transaction record. You're sending NFT from our platform to the user who bought insurance with us. Okay, next slide, please. And you can register the domain or KYC. You're gonna get .plat in return. Okay. And here's the dashboard. Dashboard that you can see your own, how many insurance policy you have and claim and total volume you bought. Okay, next slide. Okay, for the technical infrastructure, we use 4 parts: Alibaba Cloud as a backend service, Vercel front end, and also HAPathon as a blockchain. And also we also provide a developer SDK as well in our document. And for the Web3 middleware support. Next slide, please. And I would like to elaborate more about social value, that giving access for the data, like hospital can grant access for you. They can offer more package, more medical treatment, or better things, even home service or fraud donation, because they know that your house is already frauded, and they can give you a donation, something like that, or support from government. Next slide, please. Okay, for our revenue is very simple, just 10% for the sale commission. And next one. Yeah, and we charge 0.25% from the reserve pool, and also 0.25% from the reward pool again. Next slide, please. Okay, we came from the Web2 industry, which is the leading insurance. I myself, we are #1 pet insurance in Thailand, which is holding more than 85,000 policy in here. And we got a strong track record. And for pet insurance, we're holding more than 50% of market share in here. And so they are ready to move in with Web3 as well in the future, in the short-coming future, once it's done. Okay, next slide, please. And we got really strong partner in Thailand, which is they are mostly top-tier banking and insurance company in Thailand, including Binance Lab. Okay, please, next slide. And I myself, CEO of this project and study PhD in IT research for the AI topic. And also I got a reward from Best Hacker from Taiwan government as well. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, and our team, we got like various dimension, industry and fields, and we combine together a strong project. This is going to be the best team ever. Last slide, please. Okay. So thank you so much.
Okay, round the bell. Okay, thank you, very Insure team. Apologies for the delays on the slide and the issues, but I think everything is okay. Judges, please, any questions for the team here?
Okay, so for insurance company, you guys will require quite a bit of funds for the payout, right? I assume that. So who is doing the payout right now? Is Very Insure paying out, or what?
No, we're gonna onboard insurer into our platform. We are not insurer. I'm just holding the license of a brokerage license in here.
Then why use a decentralized insurance platform then? As in, since the traditional side already has their own version of basically insurance. Now, why use a decentralized insurance platform? Because essentially whether to pay out or not is still based on the very nature of what is the coverage, what sort of insurance that's on?
Oh, actually, it's the same.
So it's the
Actually,
same.
it's the same. I mean, it's the same. I mean, they're going to reserve the same because the regulation is reserving 50% whether you profit or loss is like. But you pass the risk to the user, which is staking LP. The reservoir pool, user can stake. And then it means that insurance company can reduce the risk by passing the risk to those who want to provide LP. And they get reward in return.
So is your token stable token?
Pardon?
Is your token, your very insure, you have
Oh, no,
your
no,
own
not
native
yet, not yet.
Is it
It's on DevNet.
it's on DevNet.
Yeah.
Will it be a stable token?
Pardon?
Will it be a stable coin?
Stable coin?
Yes, will it be like USDT? Will it be like
Oh, yeah, yes. Yes,
So it's
USDT.
gonna be.
Yes, correct.
So what are you gonna pack it to?
Pay to what?
Your
Cannot hear,
token?
sorry.
What is it gonna pack to?
Pardon? I cannot hear.
What is it gonna be packed to?
Pay to.
Packed to, packed to.
Pack to what?
Yeah, like for example, USDT is pegged to US dollars. And
yeah.
So what is it going to be pegged to?
You mean our token?
Your token.
No. We're now using USDT.
No. You have your own token, right?
Not yet. Not yet, but
You will have, right?
yes.
What is it going to be pegged to?
It's not. It's free float. Sorry.
Oh, so it's going to be free fall.
Yeah. Because our token is just a reward token, not the main token using in our platform. We use stablecoin.
I see.
Yeah. Just go on in. Yeah. For voting and also rewarding.
Let me ask, for insurance, it's very important for final settlement. People buy and then has something you have to settle, right? I think continue with the previous question. What is your settlement pipe? You need to settle by fiat currency. If in Thailand, you need to set by Thai bahts, right? If in US, you need to settle by USD. So for general people, if I applied your insurance, if there anything happen, first thing I want to get paid by fiat currency. So what's your plan to sort out the settlement pipe?
Actually, we can connect with our own payment gateway if you would like to convert. But as we are Web3 product, so it's all stable coin right now.
So you are using stable coin already?
Correct.
On the testnet?
Yes, DevNet. It's now on DevNet HAPathon. You can check on our website.
Okay. So you plan to use the stable coin?
Correct.
What type of stable coin are you going to use?
USDT, USDC. Yes.
Will that be legal in Thailand?
Yes. We have license.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Thailand, it's legal.
Okay. So USDT, USDC, this kind of stable coin in Thailand
we
is legal.
will launch the Thai baht stable coin. Next year.
Okay. So your company will issue.
Yes, actually, we can connect with BOT, Bank of Thailand.
Okay. One more question from me is I saw your source code on GitLab, not GitHub, in your PPT. So your source code is not open source yet, right? It's a private.
Yes, it's private now, but we can give access because just done couple days again.
Okay. So financial system sometimes you need to keep as a secret. One more question is if something happened to the owner of the insurance, he lost the ability to claim. So how do you solve that?
Actually, we haven't planned this much, but actually, it's the same concept as you holding your holding your BTC in your wallet. You may pass some your key, PK, private key to your wife or your kid. Yeah, I think it's just the inherit things. Yeah, the same concept.
So that one will be solved.
But actually, we can set
offline.
another the third party for the claim, right? Yeah, for the third party beneficial, something like that. We can do that as well. But it really depends. For example, if I die and then I want to give to my kid.
Yeah, that's a very typical scenario for insurance, right? So I didn't saw that one in your PPT.
But it's better on Web3 because we can set the address that if I die, I just send to this address instead of mine. Yeah.
So that was your plan.
Yeah. Yes. They're going to report as well.
Just wanted to confirm on the BOT part. You said that Yeah, has already been confirmed by the BOT that you can use Thai baht stablecoin?
Yes, correct.
Okay, thank you.
All right, if there are no more questions, thank you so much, very Insure, for your presentation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, judges, for your comments. All right, please give a round of applause for their presentation. So we will go into the last project presenting today. Thank you everyone for your patience. As a reminder, after this we'll be doing a short networking session, free and easy while we do the scoring. And yeah, we'll go into it. So please welcome Elephant Swap to the stage for their presentation.
Thank you.
Okay, hold on, let me go to full screen.
Hi everyone. My name is Carl.
Wait, pause. Let me just have it in full screen for you, I believe, yeah. Okay, yeah, whenever you are ready, we'll start the time. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Carl, and I'm from the AliSwap. This is our project, decentralized exchange on Platon. We believe the decentralized exchange is an essential part of Web3 because it's fast, low cost, and secure asset trading. Next one, please. The first slide is about the swap trading function of our DEX. It supports spot trading and multiple digital wallets. The transaction can be made from the wallet directly. AliSwap will not hold users' assets, so it is very low risk. Besides, we support multiple assets, include the multiple mainstream cryptos and RWAs, the real-world assets. And the users could be able to choose an acceptable slippage range. Next one, please. The second slide is for the investors. We have two kinds of investment. One is asset pools, and this is for the investors to deposit their cryptos for the ELE as reward. The ELE is our governance crypto. The APR is relatively low. If you want a higher APR, and you can invest in the yield farms, and if you invest in the yield farms, you will get the LAT as the rewards. Next one, please. This slide is what we are focusing on, the real-world asset. We think the blockchain technology is a revolution to the financial industry, but the traditional financial market is the backbone. So how to issue the real-world assets on the Web3 is very important. Our solution is to use the price anchoring algorithm to anchor the price from the traditional market, and everyone can issue their own RWAs on the Web3. The price anchoring algorithm is to confirm the amount of collateral. If a user accepts and deposit the collateral by means of stable coins, the RWAs will be on the order book. So the traders and investors can buy and sell. The market makers could provide the liquidity with margin. Besides, next one, please. Besides, we also have the native bridge of the Platon because it's convenient and it's very easy to use, and it supports the multiple cryptos and fast, and the cost is relatively very low. Next one, please. This is our architecture of the project. The investors and traders can provide the liquidity to the pools and the farms and receive ELE and the LAT as rewards. The RWA issues could also use price anchoring algorithm to issue the RWAs on the order book. Investors could also convert their cryptos to the platform with the bridge. Next one, please. This is our fee structure. The swap fee is 0.3%. The position fee is 0.1%, and the borrowing fees for the contract is 0.1%. So when we collect the fees, 70% of the fees will be granted to the ELE holders, and 30% of the fees will be kept by the team for the community encourage. Next one, please. This is our ELE supply. We want to issue 15 million ELE on the platform. 30 million will be allocated to reward the liquidity providers. The first batch will be 15 million, of which 300,000 will be released in the first week, and it's followed by a weekly reduction of 1.5%. 10 million ELE will be allocated as the reserve fund for the marketing, for our partners and community developers. Another 10 million ELE will be held by the team to be released and traded over the next 5 years. Okay, next one, please. Okay, this is our roadmap. Currently, we have finished the crypto swap and bridge, and it will be online in June. And the yield farms will be online in September, and the issuance of ELE will be online in October. And the RWA's order book will be online in the end of this year. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Swap. Yeah. So, any questions for Swap, our last project, judges?
Are you built on Alibaba Cloud?
Yes, we will be. Currently, we are on the Amazon, but we will transfer to the Alibaba. Yeah.
So your real world assets. What are your real world assets that you're gonna be in?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, you said real world assets, right?
Yes.
What are real world assets that you're gonna be putting on AliSwap?
Actually, it will be everything from the traditional financial markets, like the bonds, even the gold. It will be possible. Yeah.
So all the stocks and commodities, all of this will be your real world assets on AliSwap, right? So essentially, you're trying to put in traditional market into AliSwap, I assume. Is that right?
Yes.
Is it what happen if it's like in different countries? I mean, like US, they have got their Nasdaq, and then Hong Kong has Hang Seng. How are you gonna integrate these two?
Sorry,
So there are native stocks. Are you gonna integrate all of it?
I still don't get it.
It's okay.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Can you explain more detail in the anchoring algorithm?
Sorry?
Can you explain more detail anchoring algorithm?
Oh, okay. It's more like the Oracle machine right now in the market. So we will build our own Oracle machine to follow the price.
So you are a decentralized exchange, right? I want to understand more on the trading of the real world assets. So is it gonna be like, if I, for example, if I have a company, how can I issue an asset into your platform? Is it gonna be a token? Is it gonna be NFT? What would it be in form of?
Okay, if you want to issue some RWAs, the first thing is to decide what asset you want to issue. For example, if you want to issue the Tesla stock, and yes, you can, because it has been already in the traditional markets.
Can you get into more details on the process? How do you like verify the issuer? What do you do?
Say the stock price is 100 US dollars, and you want to issue the stock. Through the Oracle machine, the price is 100. So you have to deposit 100 USDC or USDT to the you deposit this amount of money, and the algorithm will tell you your deposit is full, so you can issue the RWAs on the order book. And it's done, you own the RWAs.
Let me add some comments here. I think there are two types of asset can be traded on this. One is the native, the blockchain native asset, like the Bitcoin, Ethereum, Platon, LAT, etc., and USDT, USDC, which could come to LSwap through the bridge, right?
Yes.
There is a bridge. So this is a native one. And there is the off-chain stuff, like the non-blockchain native one. For example, there is an initial equity offering, and there is existing. Simply, we put the gold, right? Recently, the gold is rising because of the war, etc. So for those commonly traded assets, there were published official price globally, which we can mirror that and trade it here. So here is kind of trading futures options without the real stuff. You can trade on the price, you bid on increase or you bid on decrease, right? You pay the difference afterwards. So for this one, and there is one more is the so-called you carry over the Web 2 asset onto Web 3. So that one is more kind of complicated. So we call it before it was something, right? Now there is a initial equities offering, and there is they call it security token offering. This kind of stuff can be you bring in a new way of financing methodology in Web3 style and get the Web2 asset onto Web3. So that I think basically there's three types of, and LSwap is, from your presentation, is going to support all these three categories, but step by step. So right now I think it's a native one already there, and the cross-chain or the existing popular asset can be put on very easily. The third one is regulated, so it's not it will be time consuming. So that's just add some comments on this.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, all the judges. Thank you, Alibaba, for the presentation. Let's give them a round of applause. That will conclude.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. That will conclude our showcase portion. Appreciate everyone's patience. It's been a long day. So before I let everyone go for the short networking session and admin period, let's have a quick group photo just to get everyone in the frame, have a really nice one. So can all of the judges stay exactly where you are? For all the participants and audience members, please shift to directly behind the judges and we'll get the photographer to get in. So please go to where Claudine is. She's the center. Just surround her, please. Thank you. Yeah. Hello everyone. Sorry for the delay and thank you so much for your patience. The time has come to finally announce the winners for the 2023 HAPathon showcase here in Bangkok. So just a bit of insight into some of the judging and scoring processes. All of the judging scores have been put out against an average of the total judges who scored the project. So if there are 5 scores that awarded the project XYZ, those scores are tallied up and then averaged out to be the final score for the project. So just a very quick reminder of the prizes that are at stake. Today we'll have 3 prizes that are given out: third place, second place, and first place. So first place, of course, taking the lion's share of the tournament prize pool. There will be $15,000 of USDC up for grabs, 6 tickets to the 2023 Hong Kong Web3 Festival, and a $10,000 Alibaba Cloud voucher. For the second prize, it will be $10,000 USDC, 6 tickets to the 2023 Hong Kong Web3 Festival, as well as another $10,000 of cloud vouchers. And third place gets a very nice 5,000 USDC, as well as the same 6 tickets and a 10,000 Alibaba Cloud voucher. So before I invite Claudine and the judges to start to give out the prizes, let's please give a very, very warm hand to all the judges who spent their day judging all the programs. So I did not manage to introduce them very early on, but please give a warm thank you to Saritat from Jumpbox, James Chu from Platon, Niti Wat from BitCup, Mike Ng from EDNS, Ryan Lam from Biosin, and Feng Liu from Bowl Ventures. So please again, let's give them a hand before we do the prize presentation. All right, so let's start with the first prize that we'll be giving out, which is third place. I would like to invite Claudine Ang from Alibaba to give out third place. Everyone, please give her a hand there. All right, so the moment you've all been waiting for. Coming in at third place is Next ID. Third place, Next ID. Please give yourselves a warm hand. Please head forward and we'll give out the prizes. Yeah. And stand in front of the screen and have a nice photo. Congratulations. Yeah. For second place, I would like to invite Nitiwat from BitCup to give out the prize. Please, sir, come ahead. Yeah. All right, our second prize winner for the day, going home with 10,000 USDC, as well as a $10,000 Alibaba Cloud voucher, is User Network. Please come up to the stage. Please give him a warm applause. Yeah. Right, for the final prize, I would like to invite James from Platon to give out our grand champion and representative for the HAPathon event in Hong Kong 2020 Web3 Festival. So please give a hand to James as we present the final big prize. Oh, it's very heavy, he says, yeah. All right, and the final prize, our grand champion for the Bangkok Demo Day Showcase for HAPathon 2023, it is Very Insure. Please give a warm welcome, give a warm hand. Congratulations for winning. Yeah. Congratulations. Yeah. All right, everybody, thank you. We have come to the end of the HAPathon 2023 here in Bangkok. from the bottom of my heart and from all the co-hosts, thank you so much to all the projects who have participated, especially those shortlisted. I believe there is still a cloud credit voucher that you are still applicable for, even though you may have not won a prize. But look forward to the upcoming event in Hong Kong 2023. Web3 Festival will showcase all of the award winners from Singapore, Bangkok, and Tokyo. If you are going to Tokyo, have fun. We won't be there, but you'll be able to meet other projects and founders within the space. And that comes to the end of the event. Everybody, please, let's give it up for all the organizers. Thank you to Fluke. Thank you to Alibaba Cloud, Platon, and Hashkey for the event. And yeah, we'll see everyone else next time. The event is still open for mingling and everyone can still hang around. But thank you so much, everybody. Yep.